the trip kind of starts in the town of Puerto Natales, which looks like it's kind of built around tourism. Try not to get hit by taxis, which are apparently very trusted, but they're everywhere. Cost me 8,000 Chilean dollars. I forget what they're called. To get from the airport to here, which was about $8, which is not bad.
The first day starts in the bus station in Puerto Natales, and then involves a 2-hour bus ride to the park.
About an hour into the ride, getting closer.
Once you arrive at the checkpoint, you transfer to another bus and are dropped off at the Welcome Center near the Central Refugio, where you promptly get lost because the signage is not great.
Am I already making this difficult? Yes. Yes, I am.
The trek to Cerrone is roughly 8 miles, mostly along this rutted road. We passed horses and side-by-sides delivering to the camps.
Oh yeah, that's real pretty. Some places you go, you see this everywhere, and you're like, I've seen that 14 million times now. Lake, river, mountain, lake, river, mountain. So this is the end of day 1. We're at Camp Cerrone. Those are our campsites, somewhere over there. And somewhat easy day. Still sucked a little bit. Kind of a overall view of Camp Cerrone. So there are some slight vibrations in this tent. So unfortunately it's been raining all night, which means hiking in rain clothes today. Exciting. So this is what we can expect for the next couple of days, but as long as it clears up for day 7, that would be preferable. And then day 7 is the towers, and that's where we want it to be clear. It's supposed to rain for the next 3 days after today. No worries. So we're climbing up our first hill of the day, and this is the site that we get to see as we kind of not crest it, but so this is the general look of what we're going through today. Coming up the trail, and then we have to go up there where you see those tiny people. So that's where we're going. It's not terrible. I've definitely done worse. At least the rocks aren't sliding away from me every 5 seconds. That's where we were. We passed them 3 times so far. We're keeping count. Day 2 has been a lot of up and down these little hills overlooking the river here, just into valleys and down into, except for one big mountain, but just kind of this over and over again. I mean, look at this. Is fine. I see your peaks. It's great. You got some snow. Whatever. So day 2 continues more of just kind of walking through the brush on a pig trail. We are, God, I don't know, we're over 8 kilometers in. Probably over 10 now. Haven't seen a sign in a little bit. But, yeah, this is kind of day 2 in a nutshell. Except for that one big climb at the beginning. So we're now surrounded by these mountains. They're everywhere. It's the boggiest bridge I've ever seen. Outside of South Carolina. Now I'm very nervous about you on the phone now. This is a nice change of pace. They have bridges in some places, but not here. And we were definitely walking in a lot of mud. But it's all good, because you get that view. Well, most of that view. So we camp next to this tonight. Well, camp. We refugio next to this tonight. As you can see, it's surrounded by water and probably prone to flooding. So here I am, back in a tent after 18K day. I'm supposed to have a hostel tonight, but the water, I have a problem with water or something. That doesn't actually affect the beds at all. However, I'm sleeping in a tent again tonight, although I paid for a refugio. So we shall see. I guess I'll have to get internet today. It's like $10 a day. But we shall see if I'm reimbursed for it, because supposedly I have email, but I've not had any service. And I've intentionally kind of not had any service, so I'm not very happy with that. This little rainbow against the mountain. It's there. And go to that house. Nice. The trail today starts off calm, but it should get hairy later, right? It gets a little uphilly. We knew it would happen eventually. So, calm, spooky woods to begin with. We just did a crappy uphill section, and this is the view that we get offered. And now we get to do more crappy uphill sections. Yay! I was disappointed yesterday because I thought, oh, I'm drinking a lot. And then I pulled my Camelback out, and it was only half gone. Even though today's a short day of planning, I'm drinking the whole Camelback. We escaped from the woods on a saddle, and we see this. Somewhat worth it. So, Dickson to Los Perros feels a lot like, I don't know, Oregon. Not Oregon Trail, that's completely different. But, you know, good tree canopy, rivers, rickety bridges, sticks, which is one person capacity, but it takes a while to get over if you have a group, because you're looking at that glacier, mountain, river, and over the river. Pretty cool. This is some serious wind. We're kind of at close to the top of this one mountain part, and it's beating the crap out of me. But luckily we got the glaciers over there, and have a little bit of reprieve here. So the path is back that way, and I gotta go that way to get to the campsite. However, there's a slight little detour that takes you over here. These coupons, that's for dinner, for breakfast, and for a box lunch to go. So tomorrow is an early start. So 5:30, 6:15 a.m. Gotta get out of here by 7. This is what it sounded like all night here in Los Perros. It's just rainy, cold, and we start. Can't really sleep very well. We start in about. We gotta be out of this camp by 7. Day 4. Another edition of why do I do this to myself? It is rainy, muddy, and we're about to go into the snow and ice. It's a climb. 600 meters up, and then gotta get to a ranger station by 1, and then it's mostly downhill from there, but a lot of pump, a lot of push early in the morning. I've only taken 10 steps, I'm already out of breath. It's basically a riverbed, or not a riverbed, a stream bed you're having to navigate, and poles are necessary. Waterproof shoes are necessary. If you don't have either of those, I feel sorry for you. Especially if you only have trail shoes that don't come up very high. Your feet are getting wet, and it sucks. Luckily I have tall boots, so and poles. This sucks. The mud's deep, like over shoe level deep, so you have to test every step. Welcome to John Gardner Pass. It's cold. The rain hurts. It's windy. Let's go. So, this sucks. It's sleeting. It is, there's rivers going through it. There's rocks everywhere. And unfortunately, I don't know if you can see way up there, there's someone with an orange pack that is going the wrong way. And there are several of us that almost went the wrong way as well. And I think someone's going back to get them. But yeah, that sucks. This part sucks. I'm not sure it's done, but there's still people going up the wrong damn way. That sucks even more. It's wet, it is sleeting, it is windy, and by God, it's long. Gotta go up there. Came from down there. Still sucks. As they said in Ted Lasso, it's the hope that kills you. Because this is the peak I was looking at. That's the next peak. Still sucks. So I think we're at the top. This sucked. This needs to go downhill from here. I hope this is the top. I don't want to do anymore. So, you can just barely see it, but that is the glacier. Field. All on there. Start way up there, and then you can sort of see the glacier now. Keep going down. This part isn't bad, but I just have one hammer toe that sucks right now. So, pretty good. We're back in this forest area, and it's slippery and muddy all the way down. Because I have another 4 hours to go. Mine and everybody else's shoes are full of water, and I'm just a little angry right now. Not really angry, just I'm angry, but not at anything. Angry at myself for signing up for this. Stupid. So I'm about to cross. I'm not gonna do it with the phone because I don't trust to hold on to it, but that is cool. And then onto the second bridge, and then gray. Campsite's not that far away.
The rest of the day was so grueling that I did a poor job of documenting it. Imagine a lot of sloppy, muddy downhills, and me saying, "This sucks," 125 more times.
We were all so beaten up yesterday that I didn't do a video, but this was the Refugio for tonight. Somewhat comfortable. Actually, 2 of the people in my room were actually from Georgia, so that was a weird coincidence. They live like 45 minutes away. But everybody is just beaten up, rolled ankles, hurt knees. You have the option to kind of take a ferry back, and some people are doing that and not going through with the W. I am cheap, and I want to see the towers, so I'm continuing on. This part of the W trail is much more populated with people and going both directions. It's kind of annoying. This is what's called the sun. I've not seen it in many days, but it's nice. It's warming, yet it's still raining. So I'm approaching Paine Grande Lodge. It's on the banks of that beautiful lake. And there's actually sun for the moment. There has been for the last hour or so, but shouldn't hold out hope for it. Yeah, almost Paine Grande. Day 6, I'm in better spirits. My feet don't hurt as badly. It is windy. It's not raining for a change. There's a little bit of rain at 1, but it's supposed to not rain for most of the day. There's Paine Grande, and the towers are kind of over there. You can see as well. It's a beautiful day. My feet don't hurt. It's a relatively easy trek. So let's get this. Fairly easy trail today, 10K, so like 7 miles. Windy, no rain for a change, but my pack is heavier because all of my stuff is soaked. I'm told that at Frances, it is the way the rooms are set up, it is easy to dry your things. So come from Paine Grande and this bridge, max 2 people. This isn't as swinging as his others were, but there still are large gaps. So you've got big river there, big river there in front of the, I guess it's Paine Grande. I could go the extra 10K to go to Mirador, Botanica. I'm not going to. I'm going to Frances. Boom, that way. There was a good hostel last night, and this morning high winds up to 100K, 100 kilometers per hour. Sleet. A lot of the trails today are just up streams like this. So waterproof boots are essential. Otherwise you'll be miserable. More miserable. So that's the trail. If it was raining more, that's what lots of people are complaining about. If they had trouble crossing that. I could see. As you come out of this trail, you get put out on the beach here, which is nice. As you can see, it's rather active. So you walk down the beach until it like thins out down there, and then you go back into the woods. Yet another bridge crossing. A lot of people here. Too many, one would say. Up that hill is the way I go tomorrow morning. And for right now, head across this bridge and go to Central Refugio for another night of rest. Most decent rest. Maybe another night of drinks. Oh, that's a good look. This bridge is a lot safer than some of the other ones along the way. Starting out this morning, we can actually see the sky right there. We can't, but we can. So we are going for it. Cerrone and Dickson. That's what we already met. So, it's 3 a.m. and we'll see. Sun's starting to rise, and on the way to the Mirador base Los Perros, starts to flatten out, which I know is a lie because this is just a trick to get me into a false sense of security. So this is near Camp Chileno, which is about 2 hours from Los Perros, which are up there, as you can see. Up there, only slightly covered by clouds. Fingers crossed. I'm getting close, I think. Oh, closer. That is what I've come up. And then, I don't have to scale that, but that's the view. So, get up there. Still climbing. They're up there. Long way. Long way. Over the hill. And there it is. Sun shining. Morning. And that, in a nutshell, is my Patagonia trip. I almost didn't do this today, and it was the perfect day to do it. I can get the Torres in there, but my God, amazing. Let's go. So this is kind of the reverse shot of when I was coming up. You can see the people down there that are miserable. But I'm up here and going down, so I'll be miserable in a different way because it's icy and treacherous. And I'm going to try not to break any bones.